Hello, this is for Unit 7, Day 3. I'm going to show you the setup for the lab. Really quickly, while I'm here, I'm going to tell you how it's going to go down for Day 3 variation species. This is really cool because it talks about like how different, like the same species are all different in their own way. So for example, us as Homo sapiens, we're like the same species, but obviously we look really different, right? We have different races, cultures, ethnicities. We have like different noses, different color skin, all that good stuff. So first things first, follow the criteria for success. It tells you what to do. Part 1 is variation in species, so we're reading, okay? For this reading, we have here, you see how I already annotated because I followed my CFS. I defined the word variation using what it has here. I did not write a complete sentence, but you are. I just put it here so when I check your work, I'm going to look for key things. And then describe variations in your own species. I started off the sentence stem of how you're going to do it. So for example, like some variations in human species are, and then you go from there, okay? The next thing is our key ideas, very simple. Go on to part 2. Part 2 is the actual lab, okay? So when you're done with part 1 and 2, there's going to be a separate video describing the lab layout. All of the equipment materials will be, we'll have them for you, just to let us know and we'll give them to you, okay? Everything's pretty much set up already. You just have to do it. Cool. So for that one, you need to read all of this and annotate this so you know exactly what you're doing. It's like a pre-lab, right? So you like get yourself ready, know what we're gonna do, what you're going to do, and then do it with efficacy and integrity so you don't get it wrong. After that, simultaneously while you're doing the lab with one partner, please do not do it by yourself. Just like wait for someone. It's gonna take a while. So you are filling out the form, right? So it's easy, like having someone do like the clothespin beak while the other one's writing, okay? So yeah, this is all filled in simultaneously in the lab. After that, you have a post-lab, which is part 3, describing, like, obviously I don't have complete sentences because I am like, you know, I've done this a lot and these are just things that I'm looking for from you, making sure the answers are correct. Another thing is like part 4 is the drawing. So obviously my drawing is like beautiful and it says draw a bird that can live in an area with only small seeds as food, like to eat. So I am sorry about that. So I made sure to draw a bird that is like very similar, like, okay, like it only needs to eat small seeds. Like how big does the beak need to be? How does the beak shape need to look like? Okay, so there you go, and I explained why. Cool. So go ahead and do that. When you're done doing part 1 and want to move on to part 2, there's another video that I'll explain it to you. Cool. Thanks, guys.